Let's ace that interview. So you worked really hard to apply for the job you're really interested in, and you finally got an interview. The problem is that you're going to face a really big issue, which is other applicants were also invited for the job you are interested in. So the biggest question is, how are you supposed to stand out? Well, there's one simple answer, and that is to prepare for your interview. This is because most probably all of the applicants have the same or similar set of skills, and it's really just going to be how you're going to deliver or share the story of why they should hire you instead. So, your goal before the interview is to be able to plan or strategize how you're supposed to stand out so that you can get the job. When someone is going to interview you, they are trying to answer one specific question, which is, what is it like to work with you? So, did you come prepared? Is it easy to communicate with you? And do you have the skills? The only way that you can answer these confidently is to really spend time to prepare before your call. The first thing you need to do is to research the company. Your goal is to be able to check their website and social media profiles for the company values and product and services. This is because one of the goals you want to be able to do is to answer this question, which is, why do you want to join our company? If you research the company prior, you'll be able to answer this question much better. Next, you're supposed to review the job description. This is because the job description has a goldmine of keywords listed on the job requirements and responsibilities. So, this gives you an idea of what is the ideal applicant that the company is looking for. This means that when you're trying to answer the interview, try to use the keywords listed on the job listing. Next, you need to be able to identify skills and experiences that are related to the job that you are applying for. This means that you need to plan which of your skills, experiences, or accomplishments is aligned with the job description. So, what does this mean? So let's just say you're applying for a virtual assistant position for an e-commerce company, meaning they're selling products on an online store. So you could focus on related skills, experiences, or accomplishment that showcases that you are organized, or maybe you have a or you have the ability to be able to communicate digitally. You could also share that you were also previously a virtual assistant. On the other hand, you should not share things like programming, because in most cases, there is no programming on an e-commerce store. As much as possible, you should not share things that are unprofessional, such as your dog or cat. On the other hand, if you can put a spin that your dog or cat helped you become organized, and as a result you got inspired to become a virtual assistant, then go ahead and do that, because that would help you stand out. But as I mentioned, this is going to be about how you're going to deliver the story. Once you've prepared or researched all of the other information, the next step is to make sure that you are able to create a professional environment. So you need to do a technical check. Number 1, is your internet connection stable? Number 2, is your camera and audio working? Number 3, did you install the software? So some interviewers are actually doing the interviews via Zoom. So if you are going to use this, make sure that you install the software first or prior to the call. Now, take note that these are the 4 things that you should do before the interview. But you also have to be able to prepare for the top 3 questions that you should be able to answer. And this is because as long as you are able to build a story around these 3 questions, all the other questions that they're going to ask is going to be easy for you to answer. So let me go ahead and show you. The first question is, tell me about yourself. The second is, what are your strengths and weaknesses? And third, why should we hire you? So I have a worksheet that you could use to be able to build a story around these 3 questions. There's going to be things like what the interviewer really wants to know, what your answer should include, as well as sample answers that you could use as a reference. So take note that from my experience, as long as you're able to answer these 3 questions, you're going to have a general story that you could use so that interviewers will be impressed about how you're answering the call. So hopefully this is something that would be helpful to you. I've got even more videos that would help you grow your career as a virtual assistant. So don't forget to visit my website, learnwithnori.com, and visit my social media profiles at YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Once again, this is Nori. See you in the next video.